Today I am going to discuss a topic Prism. Prism is the very important topic, and from this alternate year one question will come definitely. So focus on this topic. So this is a prism. Ray of light is coming like this, and it move inside the prism. Refractive index of prism is mu, and then it is coming outside the prism. This angle is called incident angle, and this I2 angle is called emergent angle. This angle is called angle of prism. Angle A is called angle of prism. So in this, we need to remember some formulas which come from the derivation. So R1 plus R2, this one is the R1 and this one is the R2. So R1 plus R2 is equals to angle of prism. R1 plus R2 is equals to angle of prism, and for the minimum deviation, or we can say for the deviation, delta mean is equals to I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2, and R1 plus R2 is equals to A. So we need to put here and we will get. So for minimum deviation condition, incident angle and emergent angle both must be equal. Because of that, you can see here I1 is equals to I2 is equals to I. I assume that both angle is I. Now, similarly, R1 and R2 must be equal, which is I considered R. Now, as you know, R1 plus R2 is equals to A. As both are equal, then you can say R plus R. That becomes 2R is equals to A. Then R is equals to A by 2. So from that, here is R is equals to A by 2. Here you can put I1 and I2 are similar, that is equals to I. So it becomes 2I minus R1 plus R2 is A. So 2I minus A. So you can see here delta minimum is equals to 2I minus A. Now, refractive index of medium, how can we find? For that, we have a formula. Mu is equals to delta minimum, mu is equals to sine delta minimum plus A by 2 divided by sine A by 2. Once again I am repeating, mu is equals to sine delta minimum plus A by 2 divided by sine A by 2. Now, if angle of prism is less than 10 degree, then mu minus 1 into A is equals to delta minimum. So this is also one of the formula. It is applicable only when angle of prism is less than 10 degree. What is the formula? Mu minus 1 into A is equals to delta minimum. So I think all of you got it. Now the next topic related to the prism is angle of incidence for grazing emergence. Now, what is the meaning of grazing emergence? So for the grazing emergence, you can see here diagram. Ray of light is coming like this. It will refract it, and after that, it will passing along the surface of prism. It means emergent angle I2 is equals to 90 degree. Clear? I2 is equals to 90 degree. Here you can see that. Now, on AC, on this surface, we will apply a Snell's law. Snell's law, we know that mu1 sine I is equals to mu2 sine R. Here this angle is the incident angle for this surface, and this angle I2 is the refracted angle of the surface. So we can say that for this refractive index is mu. So mu into sine R2, this angle, is equals to mu, here for here is 1. So 1 into sine 90, this angle. This angle is 90 degree. If you apply this one, then you will get R2 is equals to sine inverse 1 by mu, because sine 90 is 1. So mu will come here. So it will become 1 by mu, and when you are going to take R2, sine will come this side in inverse. So R2 is equals to sine inverse 1 by mu. So this is a TIR condition, you can say, just TIR. So R2 we consider as a critical angle, that is the theta C critical angle, which is sine inverse 1 by mu. So this is the condition of grazing emergence. Now, As we know, R1 plus R2 is equals to A. So R1 is equals to A minus R2 we can say. And R2 is equals to critical angle. It means R1 is equals to A minus theta C. On AB face, on which face? On AB face means on this face. Again we will apply mu1 sine I is equals to mu2 sine R. So for here mu is equals to 1. So we will use 1 into sine Ig is equals to mu into sine R1. Clear? So here you can see that 1 into sine Ig is equals to mu into sine R. So sine Ig is equals to mu sine. At the place of R, we can put this value. So mu sine A minus theta C. And from that, we can find the value, whatever we need in the question. Now the next case of the prism, which is also important. This is a prism. You can see that one face of the prism is silvered. It means when a ray of light coming perpendicular to this surface, it will come back in along the same path. So this is one condition. Maybe question may come in exam. So this is the incident line. Refracted ray from AB surface is perpendicular on AC face. Then it will come back. So we can say that here R2 is equals to I2, which is equals to 0 degree. So I2 R2 is equals to 0 degree. As we know that R1 plus R2 is equals to A. Here R2 is equals to 0 degree. So R1 is equals to A. Clear? Now for the delta mean, as we know that I1 plus I2 minus angle A. What is the angle A? This is R1 plus R2 is equals to A. R1 plus R2 is equals to A. So as I2 is equals to 0, it means delta mean is equals to I minus A. So this is the very important this all concept regarding the prism. And now we will solve multiple questions, so many questions on the prism, at least 5 to 8 questions. So further we will discuss.